Welcome to the salubrious budget lockup, the hottest date in the political calendar. The Newshub Politics team, Jenna, Lynch and Anna Bracewell-Worrall, and me, Tova O'Brien, joining you from the detritus of lunch.
How's your wellbeing?
Yeah. Well, the country's wellbeing is actually going to be a little bit better after this budget. $1.9 billion being spent on mental health, a record spend on mental health. A big proportion of that is going into boosting frontline services because we simply do not have enough mental health workers in New Zealand. So when that's completely rolled out, 325,000 New Zealanders are expected to be able to be in response of those services, and actually it will kick in fairly immediately as well. About 80,000 people will benefit from those services come next year. But we kind of knew all of this. You covered mental health yesterday. We got a price tag today, but you covered the mental health announcement response yesterday, Jenna. So this budget was kind of ripe for the overshadowing. Did I see you chasing around the Treasury Secretary earlier?
Fruitlessly chasing around the Treasury Secretary. He didn't have much to add to the statement released 5 a.m. this morning. Treasury admitting that actually you could just type a couple of things into their search bar and access a lot of the budget. Absolute shocker, absolute nightmare, completely overshadowing it, I think.
Yeah, the ultimate budget blunder. A couple of the other things in the budget today, a real focus on children and a boost for beneficiaries as well, Anna?
Yeah, that's right. So the main thing when it comes to children is that schools from decile 1 till 7 will have the option of ditching a school donation and instead getting a $150 sort of payment per child. And the other thing that's going to affect children across the country is this increase to benefits, indexing benefits to the average wage. But it doesn't go as far as to enact one of the main recommendations from the Welfare Expert Advisory Group, which was to actually increase benefits beyond indexing them to the average wage. So an increase of up to 47% it recommended.
And it could have done both, but the Finance Minister didn't let you get that question in today. So we will leave you now from Budget 2019 lockup. It has been one of the most exceptional budgets, I think, in the history of New Zealand politics, not probably for the content of the budget, but it will be remembered for all of the just outright madness that surrounded it, right? So,
Before we go, political editor's tradition, what are you naming the budget?
I've got to say, based on all of that, I mean, it kind of at the least, it could be the well-meaning budget rather than the well-being budget, but I think it probably errs towards the blunder budget just because of everything that happened in advance of this budget. Budget leaks, that's almost unheard of, hacking allegations, Treasury calling in the cops, getting laughed out of the police station, and now an edict kind of from the leader of the National Party for the Finance Minister to resign and the head of the Treasury to resign on the day of the budget. I've not seen anything like it before. I hope I don't see anything quite like it again for a wee while. Blunder budget.